Hello, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, good morning, good afternoon. Bottom of my heart, I would like to apologize for being late for the show by half an hour, as there was my energy was completely, but yes, the love, the support, and the blessings of you people, gives me that strength to go ahead and have these topics which are considered to be a taboo, which are considered to be a the topic today is very important. ये एक सबसे अहम मुद्दा है हमारे आज के समाज में. आज का जो टॉपिक हम लोगों ने द डाउन बैटरी शो में चूज किया on the down battery show, thinking process, analyzation power, the importance of teaching your kids, or the importance of you learning it yourself, how important it is for the right thought process, for the right thinking process, and also mind management. We are going to talk around this. I am going to invite guests on the stream. I'm going to invite my panelists who want to join. But just before we begin, I would like to go ahead and thank each and every one of you for tuning in on my shows, for watching my shows, and for spreading that love on me, your blessings on me, the likes, the dislikes, the wonderful comments, and the comments that come down in the live section when the shows are on. Yes, we were supposed, as we had promised, and as I was hosting the Elite Crimes Illegal Deeptiji's channel, Deeptiji's show, we had promised that we will get her about her journey so far, about the life we had on our show. But due to some problems, we could not do it yesterday. And today I felt we should do it on a weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and promise you today that this weekend, Saturday, we are definitely going to have Dipti on our stream, wherein you can go ahead and ask her your questions and she will definitely answer them. So the people, those who want to join this stream here today on the topic, that is Khayaal, think before you act. I am sharing the StreamYard link in the comment section. You can please join and go ahead. Because what I personally feel is that every action has a reaction, and it is very important for us to think 100 times before we act. But this doesn't necessarily mean that we keep thinking. This also means that we need to have the right balance between our thought process, between our actions, and between how we need to channelize our emotions. So it is simple, it is common sense, it is basic common sense that unless and until a person knows to balance his emotions, his feelings, and his thought process together, he will not be able to actually get going, get solace, or try and achieve his goal. So I see Asnur Velji's comment in the comment section. Asnurji, there is this another question which a lot of people have been telling me, the time when the down battery show should go on air. What, according to you, would be the right appropriate time or neutral time for the down battery show to go on air? Kindly give us your version of what time we should go live, and we will definitely get that into practice. Absolutely. Another name for analysis is critical thinking. This is very important, because analysis doesn't necessarily mean that we sit, we just analyze, overanalyze, reanalyze, analyze, overanalyze, reanalyze. Analyze always means we try to get something positive from the situation and we try to learn around it. I have shared the StreamYard link, guys. People, those who want to join the stream, are more than welcome to join. Let me tell you that today the stream is going to be a short and sweet one because I am back here. I took this topic up. This is just the episode one of it. And guys, friends, well wishers, and audience, I would like to tell you once again that these topics, whatever I've taken, this is just the first round of like basic and introduction type of it. As the viewers grow, as the audience grows, as the public starts watching our shows more and more often, we are coming back with the second round of it because these topics are the need of the hour, these topics are the need of the minute, and these topics are most important in the society. The more the people speak about it, the better will be the awareness, the better will be the reach, and the better will be the quality that will be implicated or inducted into each human being. So, on that note, the stream is on. People, those who want to join, you're welcome. I'm going ahead and speaking about this. So, the importance of thinking, most valuable question, most important question in this context would be the importance of thinking. See, the importance of thinking, this subject has two aspects to it. One is positive thinking, one is negative thinking, is what people feel. But there is a third most important, very important angle is practical thinking. I don't know how many of you agree with me. But thinking positive, thinking negative is fine. But unless and until your thinking is practical, you won't get to the result. Positive thinking does give you that push. Negative thinking might pull you down, will pull you down rather. But if your thinking is not practical, you will not achieve the result. I would like to ask this simple question today to each and everyone who's watching the show. What is more important? Positive thinking, negative thinking, or practical thinking? On that note, let's move ahead a little further. I would just be back in a fraction of a second. In the meanwhile, the COVID 19 is not a joke, guys. The COVID 19 is not a joke. काइंडली मेक श्योर जिधर भी जाए घर से बाहर मास्क पहन के जाए, अपना सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन करे, सैनिटाइजर साथ में लेके घूमे और जैसे ही घर से बाहर जाके घर से अंदर आए, सबसे पहले अपने कपड़े और अपने आप को स्वच्छ करें. Clean yourself as soon as you're back from the market. COVID-19 is not a joke. Let's be the real heroes who don't want to play with people's life. Wearing a mask, maintaining social distance, and the use of sanitizers are the simple weapons to fight COVID. I understand and I respect each and every one of you and would humbly pray to everyone, please, please, please follow the protocols. And before we progress any further on the show today, I am sharing the video which the Down Battery Show has created as a public awareness for COVID 19. Okay, so that's what the video was all about. And yes, and humbly, I would request you guys kindly take these security protocols very, very seriously because this is going to be a long fight, but this is not going to be an impossible one. We all together as a team can definitely come over COVID 19. We definitely can win COVID 19. We can definitely actually conquer COVID 19. And on that note, I would like to now go ahead with the next topic, which is involved around thinking, is how actually the positive thinking needs to be, or the importance of practical thinking needs to be inculcated. मतलब अपने जीवन शैली में ये जो practical thinking है इसको हम अनुसरण कैसे कर सकते हैं. See, the aspect of practical thinking, जो practical thinking होता है ना, this is very difficult unless a lot of practice and lot of patience or preparation is not done around this. Because जो चीज जैसे है जैसे दिखे उसको वैसे का वैसा लेने के लिए बहुत सारी हिम्मत चाहिए, बहुत सारा जज्बा चाहिए, और बहुत सारा, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जुनून चाहिए. Because what happens is you need strength, you need the intellect, and you also need the presence of mind in order to plan practical decisions and practical thought process. Because इंसान की जिंदगी में ये सबसे आसान है और सबसे मुश्किल है. सबसे आसान इसीलिए है कि अगर इंसान प्रैक्टिकल है, जो चीज जैसा है उसको वैसा ही बताएगा, उसको ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत नहीं होती. और ये थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट इसीलिए है क्योंकि समाज, जो आदमी सीधा स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड हो, जो प्रैक्टिकल हो, प्रैक्टिकल बात करता हो, उसको अक्सर समाज निंदा करती है, उसको अक्सर समाज विल टेक इट इन द रॉन्ग वे, एंड अक्सर समाज प्लेज अ मेजर रोल in the thought process of humans. Because हमारे समाज में लोग अगर कुछ हटके करना चाहते हैं, कुछ हटके सोचते हैं, या कुछ हटके, if they want to achieve something which is not easy for a common man, the society first starts putting that brakes on you. The society first starts to criticize you. The society first starts to pull you down. Criticize and insult, or क्या बोलते हैं, troll and criticism are two different aspects here. If the criticism is like on constructive criticism, then it is really good. But अक्सर क्या होता है, most of the times what happens is the jealousy, the ego, and the inferiority complex. What your good work gives to the others, that comes back to you in the form of negative criticism. Because as great leaders have said, collectively said, in different instances, under different definitions, different sayings, and different thoughts, but the bottom line, the meaning of it is one and the same. As Swami Vivekananda said, a person who's looking down upon you, a person who's trying to pull you down, a person who makes you feel offended and insulted through his words, doesn't necessarily mean he is trying to dominate over you. It also means that he is trying to pass on the insecurities which is into him to you so that his mind clears. And in the words of Sri Gautam Buddha ji, your anger is your enemy, not the enemy of the people whom you want to take it on. So, on that note, I hope I've made the topic of the show pretty clear today. And I see Priyanka ji backstage. I'm going to take her on. Let me tell you guys, let me apologize as well because I was supposed to start this at 6:30 due to some too much strain and over too much strain and too much, like, what do you say, too much of workload in the past 2 days. I just missed it off. I got late by half an hour. So I duly apologize, Priyanka ji. The stream is all yours. You can go ahead and give your comments, please.
Can you hear me, Dhruvaji?
Yes, madam, please go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations to Dipti ji also for the wonderful opening of the channel. Uh, I was able to hear half of the session. I was also very much occupied these days, and there is one good news also which I am going to share with all of you. So we will talk about it later. And so
नहीं नहीं
I'm
यार,
just missing
गुड
that.
न्यूज पहले प्लीज, गुड न्यूज पहले प्लीज, बहुत सारा नेगेटिविटी और बैड न्यूज हुआ, गुड न्यूज पहले प्लीज.
Good news is that one person was suffering from black fungus, and they approached me 2 days back, and they were not getting a bed in hospital. And I was also trying very hard because in Jodhpur situation is really worse. The hospitals are also not prepared for this kind of disease and medicines, and like we are short of medicines in Jodhpur. So I had to arrange his medicines also, and I had to make sure that which is the hospital where bed is available, and he can get a treatment on time. Though his eye has been removed now, but he is out of danger. So I'm really happy about it. I was trying it hard from last night actually that he should get a bed. So I'm happy to help him in a small way because I knew few of the doctors here in Ames, so I was able to arrange a bed for him. So that's it.
Wow, 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 Priyanka ji, are you serious?
Yes,
Wow. Now this is what I call a real hero. I see Deepti ji in the comment section. I see Asnoor ji in the comment section. And I see Gunjan ji flashing a comment up as well. Deepti ji, if you have the time, please join the stream. I would like to have your inputs around this as well. This is really great, great news from a great, great SSRian who has been around, not around all these controversies of frontline, backline warrior, etc., but has been doing honestly good to humanity. People have been talking about NGOs, people have been talking about people, those who are recognized by the society, people have been talking about certain people who have already been starting making their presence felt. Through my platform today, I would like to put in a quick word. मैं प्रियंका जी के बारे में ये बताना चाहता हूं कि ये एक ऐसी वॉरियर है जिसने लॉकडाउन से लेके अभी तक विदाउट एक्सपेक्टिंग एनीथिंग इन रिटर्न अपने हाथ में जितना था उतना लोगों का मदद किया है, उतना इस समाज के लिए दिया है और देती रहती है. This is one woman whom I have immense respect for. This is one woman who actually has done some real good to the society without expecting anything in return. So, Priyanka ji, you are the real one of the real warriors and the benchmark example for Neki Kar or Darya Medal. Thank you so much. I have Deepti ji on the stream now. Deepti ji, please go ahead and give your input.
Congratulations, Priyanka. This is actually needed. यही करना ही है यार, यही करना है. And thank you so much for doing this. I'm really proud of you. Seriously, I'm really proud of you.
थैंक यू मैम. और चीज़ें एक्चुअली अपने आप जुड़ जाती हैं. देर वॉज अ आई गो टू फ्यू बेगर्स एक्चुअली. मैं बहुत टाइम से जा रही हूँ और अब देखो चीज़ें अपने आप जुड़ते जाती हैं. उनमें से एक कोविड से थोड़ा सा उसको प्रॉब्लम होना स्टार्ट हो गया था, तो आई वॉज वरिड कि भाई ये अपना ट्रीटमेंट कैसे कराएगा. एंड आई एम ऑल्सो गोइंग थ्रू क्राइसिस ऑफ मनी. सो आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि मैं क्या करूं, कैसे करूं. और all of sudden there is one medical store who helps me, they give me free medicines for these beggars. ऑल ऑफ सडन उसका कॉल आ गया और उसको मैंने बोला कि आई नीड योर हेल्प बॉस, दिस पर्सन एक्चुअली रिक्वायर सम मेडिकल हेल्प और आप इसकी हेल्प करो। मुझे उम्मीद नहीं थी कि एक मतलब बेगर्स में भाई हर एक को पैसा चाहिए और मेडिकल वाले तो इतना पैसा कमाने में लगे हुए हैं अभी, मुझे नहीं पता उम्मीद थी कि वो मेरी हेल्प कर देगा। बट थैंक्स टू हिम कि उसने हाँ कर दिया और उस बंदे को हम हॉस्पिटल मैंने कैसे भी करके पहुंचवाया और उसका भी ट्रीटमेंट हुआ। मतलब अपने आप चीजें जुड़ती जा रही हैं। और देर इज वन पर्सन हु इज नाउ रेडी टू गिव मी स्टेशनरी ऑल्सो फॉर दीज बेगर्स कि उन बच्चों को मैं पढ़ाऊं थोड़ा सा जिन्होंने आज तक स्कूल देखा भी नहीं है। पहले मैं उनको कपड़े वगैरह देती थी, मेडिसिन वगैरह देती हूँ, मैं खाना लेकर जाती हूँ, तो वो इतने क्लोज आ गए हैं मेरे कि मैं उनको अभी धीरे धीरे मैंने थोड़ा समझाना शुरू किया था कि भीख मत मांगा करो, पढ़ाई किया करो, पढ़ाई किया करो। तो अभी वो मेंटली थोड़े जब वो मुझे देखते हैं जैसे मैं जाती हूँ तो मैं उनको बताती हूँ देखो आप भी डॉक्टर बन सकते हो, ये पुलिस वाला खड़ा है आप भी पुलिस वाले बन सकते हो, पर ये तब होगा जब आप पढ़ोगे। तो अब उनमें ना वो फीलिंग आने लग गई है कि हाँ नहीं हम भी कुछ कर सकते हैं। एंड वन पर्सन इज नाउ रेडी टू गिव मी स्टेशनरी ऑल्सो। सो दिस इज हाउ थिंग्स स्टार्ट। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू गिव अ मैसेज टू एवरीवन कि हमें उम्मीद नहीं करनी चाहिए, हमें खुद स्टेप ले। आप एक स्टेप लोगे ना, ऊपर वाला खुद हेल्प करने के लिए रेडी हो जाता है,
This is
खुद
what
रेडी हो जाता है।
I just wanted to say, sorry to cut you in between, but जब नियत साफ होती है ना, तो वो वाकई में ऊपर वाला 10 हाथों से मदद करता है, पता भी नहीं लगता है। एंड योर एग्जाम्पल इज, हम कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं आज के टॉपिक से। दिस इज व्हाट इज पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग।
और मैम मैं सच बताऊं आपको दीप्ति जी, मैं कभी किसी एनजीओ में नहीं जाती क्योंकि एक तो बचपन से मैंने चैलेंजेस देखे हैं, तो मेरी ध्यान हमेशा ना उसी तरफ जाता है जहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम होती है, अच्छी चीज मुझे दिखाई नहीं देती। तो मेरे को ये एनजीओज में जाके और कपड़े डोनेट करना या वहाँ वो लोग मुझे बहुत बार बुला चुके हैं बिकॉज आई एम सर्टिफाइड ट्रेनर ऑल्सो फॉर पॉश एंड ऑल कि आप आके यहाँ एजुकेट करो। मैं वहां भी जाती हूँ, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि यार इनको तो फिर भी कोई सिखाने वाला मिलता होगा, लेकिन ये जो एक्चुअल जिनको चाहिए हेल्प उनको करना। तो मैम ये एक एक बंदा जो है ना वो मैंने ढूंढा है। मतलब ये जो भिखारी हैं इनके वहां जा जाके मैंने इनको पहले समझने की कोशिश करी कि ये सोचते क्या हैं, इनकी थिंकिंग प्रोसेस क्या होती है, ये किस लेवल पे सोचते हैं, पढ़ाई के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं। तो पढ़ाई तो उनके लिए एकदम एलियन टाइप ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट है कि यार उनको ये यकीन ही नहीं होता कि अरे हम भी पढ़ाई कर सकते हैं क्या। वो तो उनको धीरे 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 बोल बोल के बोल देन आई गो देयर, वो जो मुझे देखते हैं मैं बोलती हूँ देखो आप भी इस तरह बात कर सकते हो, तुम्हारे पास भी फोन हो सकता है, तुम 10 लोगों की तुम भी मदद कर पाओगे जब तुम खुद एजुकेटेड होगे। अब उनमें वो फीलिंग आने लगी है।
ये यही चाहिए।
Absolutely, Priyanka
एक
ji.
पॉजिटिव चीज ही, थिंकिंग ही बहुत सारे लोगों को बदल सकती है। इट्स अ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, आई डू अंडरस्टैंड, but hats off to your patience and hats off to you, girl. Seriously, you made my morning. It's a morning here and you made my morning. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you from the Down Battery Show as well. Thank you. So, Dipti ji, go ahead with your
Thank
comments on today's topic, thinking.
See, मेरे हिसाब से when
Hello.
I was small, when I was like मैं अपने teenage में थी, तो I had a habit of writing quotes, positive quotes, and I used to put it on my room का wall पे. So one day my father, when he came in, he said, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग जरूरी है बट उसके साथ नेगेटिव एंड क्रिटिकल भी जरूरी है। तो उस टाइम पे नहीं समझ आया, तो आई आस्क्ड हिम, मतलब क्या है आपका पापा, मुझे समझ नहीं आया। तो ही सेड पॉजिटिव रहो बट नेगेटिव के लिए प्रिपेयर्ड भी रहो, नेगेटिव थिंकिंग से मेरा ये मतलब था. बट आज, after so many years, I have seen so many ups and downs and positive negative in my life, and I have learned one thing from my husband: positive and practical thinking are required in your life, because he is very practical, not very but हाँ practical thinking वाला बंदा है. मैं थोड़ा इमोशनल फ्रंट पे रहती हूँ, positive or emotional, but in our journey of 16 years I have learned कि इमोशनल को थोड़ा सा बैलेंस करना है और प्रैक्टिकल के साथ. तो इमोशनल, पॉजिटिव एंड प्रैक्टिकल, these three type of thinking you should have if you really want to live a good happy life.
Absolutely, I do agree with you. Gunjanji, please go ahead with your comments. We are having a very short show here today. So I would request people, those who want to join, I am and also would like to tell that I'm going to wind it off exactly at 1 hour. Gunjanji, your comments on thinking and
Yeah,
thought process. Gunjanji, are you here?
yeah. So first of all, I don't know. I feel because a person who has cried entire night, I feel we should never begrudge ourselves. So whenever you are in a very bad phase of life, or you have very negative thought process, look at yourself and accept and embrace yourself as beautifully as you embrace yourself during your highs. When you were a very slim girl, just an example, when you were a very slim girl, at times we always begrudge ourselves and say that I wish I could become like that. This gaining weight or changing of your physical features is just a very temporary phase, but never make yourself feel like आज मैं सुंदर नहीं हूँ. सुंदरता आप डिफाइन करते हो, how beautiful you are. Even in a phase of depression, if you're crying and you say that I wish I was not in this phase, embrace yourself. I love myself even when I'm crying uncontrollably. If I'm going through a cancer, or if I'm going through any phase of my life. Yesterday I had my blood transfusion, but at that point of time also there was some person who wanted my help, and people were telling me you are under a transfusion. I don't know how you get that energy. You feel like if this last message could save somebody's life. I just got a call from someone कि अपनी अपनी सेहत तो देखो. मैंने कहा यार मेरे साथ जो हुआ तो हुआ, एटलीस्ट मेरे एक वीडियो से किसी को ये रियलाइज तो होगा कि हमारे बच्चों के साथ ये ना हो जो गुंजन के साथ हुआ. सो आई, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे नेवर टेल योर सेल्फ दैट आई विश आई वॉज नॉट इन दिस फेस. You can be, whether you are happy or sad, love yourself the way you are. This will also pass. किसी ने अभी रिसेंटली वीडियो भेजी थी कि भगवान से आप क्या मांगोगे, तो भगवान कहता है कि दिस ये भी गुजर जाएगा. बट एट द एंड व्हेन यू आर इन अ डाउन फेज, नेवर टेल योर सेल्फ दैट मैं कितनी गंदी लग रही हूँ, काश मैं ऐसे डिप्रेस ना होती. लव योर सेल्फ wherever situation, whichever situation you are in. Never say that you are ugly, you are. I've seen myself, I've said such words that I have gained weight, I look ugly. Never tell yourself that you are ugly. You will not be beautiful in the eyes of the other person, but never tell yourself that you are ugly, you are dirty, you look pathetic. You are as beautiful as you want yourself to be. So that's a positive attitude I try to tell myself in every phase of life. Whether I am happy or sad, I am the best version of myself.
Wow, wow, wow. This plays a very important role on the thought process of a person, and that is going to be the topic tomorrow. Fat or slim? Who are you to tell me that? This is the topic
Yes.
of tomorrow's show. So
One more
let's
thing I
let's
want to
keep.
share with you. that I am so relieved today, because from December to January there were three girls who were raped in NCR, and there's a one girl called Tanvi Dayal. I I am relieved today because I feel the onus has gone to the legal system, because no one was registering the case. There was no media houses, there was no YouTube channel that was speaking about it. Today I am so relieved the case has been registered, and I feel that the onus has gone
Gunjanji,
to now.
Gunjanji, you have gone
Yeah.
off the mic. Is it only me or the panelists? Also, you cannot hear Gunjanji. Someone please chip in and let me know what exactly is happening.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Ah, yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Uh, so I was just saying that for past 5 months, I was in this. I was very restless because the case of Tanvi Dayal was not being heard by anyone. There were three rape cases that happened in the month of December to January. So this was the only case that nobody picked up. And today I came to know that the case has been registered. 307 and 489 has been registered against the family. The family is very influential, but at least the case has been registered. I am very relieved about it. So I'm very happy today.
307 is half murder, and what did you say? 4 not?
489 dowry harassment. The girl was
Dowry harassment. Yes,
uh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm
So at
very very
least
happy.
at least when Disha Salian's birthday happened yesterday, the warrior has risen and has
Yes.
given some sound sense of judgment to the law agencies. This indeed is good news. This indeed is great news, Gunjanji. I feel so happy that through the means of my platform, you are spreading this news. I see another guest coming in. It's Priyanka ji back on the stream. Priyanka ji, Gunjan ji has given a very good news, which I think I will take your inputs on it first. Please go ahead and give me your comments on it.
Comment
Priyanka,
on the topic, or what was the conversation going on thinking? What was the
there
topic
is a
today?
girl. The topic is thinking. Khayaal.
Okay, and yes, what you were saying?
Gunjan ji was doing social activism for a girl who was raped in Delhi NCR by the name of Tanvi. The police has taken up their case. The FIR has been filed today, and the criminals will definitely come under the clutches of law. This is the news Gunjanji
She
has
was
shared
not
today.
raped. This was dowry harassment and attempt to murder in front of the children. So that there were two children. One 8-year-old daughter was the prime witness who was absconding. So, and because the entire family was of influential people, the case was not getting registered. So only the local NGOs were doing an attempt. So after 5 months, no one was registering this case, and finally after 5 months, it's a long battle, but at least some hearing has been done. That is a big thing. So this is a dowry harassment case, as we were discussing
And
that day. So this
Gunjanji, one request I have to make. If you can get someone from that NGO on our show to talk around this case, the show would be ever grateful to you.
I'll definitely try and connect with them today. Yesterday I tried to they're very active, the domestic violence, and they have got a page on Twitter also. I'll definitely try and get in touch with them today itself. I'll do that.
Okay, okay. Priyanka ji, please go ahead. Thinking. What is your comments on this?
Thinking, see, what I have observed in my life is you have, if you want to come out of bad times in your life, you have to be very, very positive. That's it. See, positive in the sense, believe in yourself. That is really more important, because like the day when the disability session was organized, I have seen people, those who do not have hands or their limbs, they are doing an excellent job. So we can take example from them also. So You have to be very strong. I mean, your willpower should be strong. और विल पावर कैसे स्ट्रांग होती है, तो वो बस इसी चीज से होती है कि आपको अपने आप में बिलीव करना चाहिए और आपको पॉजिटिव लोगों से सराउंड होना चाहिए. And yeah, that's it. And do whatever you feel happy. Don't run after money. Something which gives you happiness is more important, right? जब आप अपने दिल के पीछे भागोगे तो पैसा आपके पीछे अपने आप भागेगा. मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ कि लालची बन जाओ, but you should think about peace within you, do what you believe in, and make yourself strong and be helpful for the society. Whatever we earn, जो भी हम छोटा मोटा अर्न करते हैं उसमें से कुछ पार्ट जो है वो हमको दूसरों को देना चाहिए. ये निशानी होती है एक अगर आप स्ट्रांग होने के बाद या पैसे में सफिशिएंट होने के बाद भी आप दूसरों की हेल्प नहीं करते हो, तो इसका मतलब आपने जिंदगी में हार्ड वर्क करके कुछ सीखा नहीं है. तो ये
Absolutely.
चीजें इम्प्लीमेंट करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है लाइफ में. मैंने खुद देखा है, ये मैं खुद इसको फील कर सकती हूँ कि जब आप किसी की आपके पास अगर एक रोटी है और अगर आप में ताकत है आधी किसी और से शेयर करने की, उसके बाद में जो ब्लेसिंग्स मिलती है ना उसकी पावर अलग होती है. मैंने होटल
Well,
इंडस्ट्री छोड़ी. आई गेट लॉट एंड लॉट ऑफ ऑफर्स. मैं आज भी चाहूँ तो मैं काफी अच्छा पैसा कमा सकती हूँ, बट अब मुझे जो मैंने सोचा है मुझे वही करना है. कई बार बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है, नहीं होता इतना अमाउंट, लेकिन मैंने जो लोगों की हेल्प की है और वो जो मुझे दुआएं देते हैं ना, उससे मेरे आधे काम बन जाते हैं. एंड नाउ आई फील पावर ऑफ ब्लेसिंग्स एंड प्रेयर.
wow, wow, wow.
मुझे फील होती है मैं ये मेरे साथ हो रहा है. लोग अपने आप कनेक्ट होने लग जाते हैं. लोग मुझे जब मैं वहां जाती हूँ उन बेगर्स के पास, कितने लोग तो ऐसे हैं जो मुझे जानते नहीं है, वो मुझे आके खुद बोलते हैं, मैम हमने आपको बहुत बार देखा है यहाँ आते हुए, आपको कोई हेल्प चाहिए तो बताना, मैं ये हूँ, मेरी जान पहचान इससे है, मेरी जान पहचान उससे है, हम आपकी ये. तो आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम जीरो. आई डिड नॉट नो एनीवन. मुझे बस मेरे को था कि मेरे को इन बच्चों की हेल्प करनी है, दैट्स इट. चीजें अपने आप जुड़ती गई. तो
Wow,
आप
wow,
अपने
wow.
आप में बिलीव करो. आपको सिर्फ एक कदम उठानी, आपको ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए दुनिया क्या सोचेगी, पता नहीं ये बेगर्स कैसे होंगे, कोई क्या कर लेगा, कोई कुछ कर लेगा, पुलिस वाला कुछ बोलेगा. यस, कीप योरसेल्फ सेफ, बट डू व्हाट यू बिलीव इन एंड सर्व द सोसाइटी. हमारे एजुकेटेड होने का मतलब ही ये है कि अगर हम हमारे पास जो है उसमें से हम थोड़ा किसी और को देते हैं. दैट्स व्हाट आई बिलीव.
Wow, wow, wow. Dipti ji, welcome on the stream. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Shalini ji, with all due respects to you, Dipti ji personally told me she's here only for the next 5 minutes. So I'm taking her ahead of you. Kindly, please don't take anything to heart. Dipti ji, please go ahead.
No, see, please give some prelude what was happening because I just joined. I'm not able. Yeah, Dhruva
No,
ji, कुछ बोलिए.
the thing is today the topic what we are talking about is we are talking about thinking. Khayal,
Hmm.
the importance of thinking, or what do you say? The topic today is something around thinking, positive, negative, constructive, or practical, etc., etc., etc. How important it is to think before we act.
See, it is very, very important. See, thoughts. See, thoughts are what usually become your words or your feelings. Okay, and that turns into actions or behavior, and that turns into habits, and that turns into character, and that turns into your destiny or life story, whatever it is. So what here happening here is what where we are going wrong, I believe, is that we are taught every kind of management, Okay, we have management studies in almost all streams, right from managing space technologies to rural technology to agriculture to everything. But the most important thing, that is mind management, is never taught in any of the schools nowadays, because the modern education, it is more tilted towards making you not to think for yourself or something, but just to memorize what you're told, and turn into a workforce for whatever corporate world or economy, modern economy, or whatever it is. So more or less it is like turning them into a workforce. So here, what I'm saying is that mind management, right from childhood, because now, especially now, when we have so many options around us, there are too many diversions. So every child, right from the childhood, should be taught how to control, you know, how to control your mind before trying to control the entire world. A man or a human should try to control their own thoughts.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yes,
Diptiji. Beautifully put, beautifully put. Now I
and
would
also
request you to,
and
yeah, please go
also
ahead.
and also I would like to say that thoughts don't just start from the time of a birth. Okay, the thought process starts from the time the child is conceived. The entire tenure of pregnancy, what the mother goes through, the thought process of the mother, the feelings and everything the child observes. Because and in our Vedas and Granthas also, there are stories wherein Krishna also used to tell the story wherein Abhimanyu learnt about how to enter into the chakri while
While he
being
was in
in.
his mother's
Yeah.
womb. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Okay. So, but yep, scientifically also, this also develops the emotional character of the child. Whatever we say that genetical, I mean, behavior has to be genetic, can be genetical, or environmental. So a lot of factors impact the thought process. But here, the role of the parents or whoever is taking care of the child comes into effect,
Very
where they
truly
can
said.
mold. Yeah, where they can mold the thought process into the right direction, because there are many directions that their thoughts can go.
No,
Right.
very truly said, very truly said. Because I wish Dr. Rekha was here today on the stream. She could have instantly connected to us on this topic of how important it is for the right positive mindset for a woman to have when she is pregnant. But I see another wonderful lady here who has been raising her voice for SSR, who has been doing a lot of things around the topic and has been one strong voice on this moment. Shalini ji, welcome to the show. The next 5 minutes are all yours. Please go ahead.
So thank you, Dhruvji, and thank you so much for all these adjectives that you have given me. I don't think I deserve so much, but yes, I come here to share my thoughts, and I really get too much inspired with all the beautiful ladies here. So they also ladies as well as if some men come. So I do get inspired, and I really like to share the same platform with them. And today I'm very happy that Priyanka and about the good news that Priyanka and Gunjan has given us, because it is the small good news is when together collect, so they make our day happy. And then next day we are again motivated for doing more and more work. So that is very good thing. And now I come to the topic. So thinking, as Dip, I think Dipti ji has said, so thinking starts from conceiving of a child. When a child conceives, the slowly and slowly the parents' thought process around that gets conceived into the child, and it starts getting into the mind of a child. But then the child builds up it over the period of time. When the child is growing, he builds up that thinking, and again keep on building up till the child gets 18, 13, 14 years, because uske depending upon the circumstances, depending upon the situation, depending upon the environment, he grows his thinking. So it is very very important for the parents. हम लोग सब ज्यादातर देखते हैं, मैं as I always say, I'm into an education field. I keep watching parents. Each parent's reaction to a situation is different.
Like suppose if my child is got scolded in a school, and the child comes back to me and told, mama, for this reason for a certain reason I got scolded in school. So maybe my reaction to that is, it's okay if your teacher is very much senior to you, and if she has scolded you, there must be some kind of reason. Most of the time my reaction to this is this only. So she and you have to respect and try to understand. And even if she is biased a little, just bear with this kind of a pressure the teacher is having, and maybe you go again and tell the teacher that this is not my mistake, and maybe I write a letter to the teacher. But then there are other parents who are going to make a issue out of it. Then there are other parents who may be asking for a teacher to leave the school. So that is the thing, kind of a behavior. When different parents do different behavior, their child behavior also nurtures. So the child behavior of a child is depending upon the society. It is also dependent upon the environment at home, and the individual behavior of a child, all those combined together. And suppose today we are actually looking at the problems which the society is facing, the rape issues, the kind of aggression in the children, the kind of problems that we are facing. So we have to think that why these things are, so they are all based on the thinking. They are all based on what the child actually is going through over the period of time. वो किस तरह से उसको build up किया जा रहा है. So it's very very important to be a to give a positive non-aggressive environment at home, to have a healthy environment at home, and that builds up the thinking. And also we need to, later on when the child grows up, when we become a proper adult, then the child has to manicure that thinking from different information gaining on the platforms, like I am gaining through you. So I'm going to all the platforms to gain my knowledge, to gain improvise on my thinking. It has increased from maybe 20% to 40% now. So that is with the way you can increase your information level, and also that builds up your thinking. अभी जब मैं प्रियंका जी को सुनती हूँ that she is doing such a good work, and she is, so I will also feel कि मुझे भी ऐसा कुछ करना चाहिए. जैसे प्रीति जी को मैंने सुना था, मिस प्रीति पांडे. So she started teaching from the street. So I also felt कि मेरे को भी, मैं भी इस फील्ड में हूँ, एजुकेशन की फील्ड में. आई कैन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट समथिंग लाइक दैट. आई कैन ऑल्सो गो ऑन द स्ट्रीट एंड स्टार्ट टीचिंग, मे बी वंस इन अ वीक ओनली. सो हम लोगों को सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात है, हम इंफॉर्मेशन बहुत सारी है, बहुत लोग हैं. देर आर नेगेटिव पीपल, देर आर पॉजिटिव पीपल. नाउ वी कैन नॉट डिसाइड what is negative and what is positive, but we can decide what we want to listen, what makes us feel happy, what makes us feel motivated to do next, another day or another week or another 1 month में मैं क्या करना चाहती हूँ. उस हिसाब से मुझे चूज करना चाहिए कि एक प्रियंका जी हैं जो इतना अच्छा काम कर रही हैं. So do I really liked her work? If I really liked her work, maybe I can also try to do that. So that will build my thinking over the period of time. And it is something like keep on manicuring, keep on improvising, keep on finding out what is going in the world, who are the good people who are doing good work. जैसे विवेकानंद जी का ना एग्जाम्पल है. So हम हमेशा आज भी उनके इतने जाने के इतने साल बाद भी we are still looking up to his sayings. So that is because his thinking was very broad, and his thinking applies today also. So that is the way we should build it up. Yeah. So
Beautifully said, Shalini ji. I see the Rain Man. I see the person who can actually add some value to this thought again here today. Rain Man, the stream is all yours. Dual identity. The Rain Man, my brother from another mother. Please unmute yourself. Go ahead. Sir, the stream is all yours.
Hi, Dhruva and others. I do not feel that I'm very qualified to talk about this, especially if this is about motherhood, and since that is something I,
No, brother. This is just a general topic on the importance of thinking before you act. So people have their perspectives around it, how exactly it works. I want to listen from you. What is your perspective around the word thinking, around the importance of that phrase, think before you act?
I have a slightly twisted take on that because at times it has kind of led to the other extreme where overthinking leads to inaction, wherein you probably overthink something too much and you don't act in time. So that's the other extreme, which is one aspect of it. But if you were to look at it purely from, let's say, the general viewpoint based on what I've heard, it's think before you act. So you definitely need to weigh your choice of words carefully. I mean, in terms of whether that would cause intentional or unintentional harm to a person, and that's where there's the whole importance of measuring your words before you use them. Words, thoughts, and deeds. Obviously, thoughts are something that the external person cannot control, but it's entirely up to us. But at the same time, again, I mean, I might just be going around in circles, but the importance of, yes, the think before you act cannot be understated. So wherein think before you act, but at the same time, I'd say don't get into the whole loop of thinking wherein you don't act. It's basically the inaction because of just way too much thinking. So slightly different take on that, but otherwise I kind of agree with the other points made by the other panelists, with all due respect.
Yeah, brother, the perspective that you have brought on is another, indeed a deeper one, which I want to see. These topics which I pick, these topics are not one session, one day topics. These topics can go on and on and on forever. I am making a sincere effort to ensure that at least we start. Now, the topic of overthinking is actually very important because what happens is, in certain times, just to be that picture perfect person, just to wait for that right time and the right moment to act, we end up doing nothing. I do respect your views. I do 100% like what you say. It's just that your views are accepted, and this is going to be another topic on my show, overthinking, the curse of inaction. This is going to be a topic which is coming very soon. So I request you to join that stream. Guys, as I told today, there is a lot of time constraint on me. It's already 53 minutes done on the show. I'm going for the round of closing comments, the round robin. We start with Gunjan ji first. Priyanka ji goes next. Then it's Shalini ji. Last, Rain Man. I would like to take your inputs. Let's make it quick. Let's make it fast. Let's go for the round of closing comments. Gunjan ji, you start first.
I just love from the first session of Dhruva is like we start with some topic and over the period of time we know like I wanted to say this and can we speak about this? So like we have another one for the next time. So I was like, okay, I am a overthinker. So like we have something to speak about for the next session. And second thing, I want to just give my opinion to Shalini ji. Like as a child, I remember there was एक भारतीय शिक्षा अभियान चलाया हुआ था. I don't know people of my age group would know. So you can always teach the domestic help, and we can even inculcate this with our kids. Like my mom did that. So she used to always encourage that we should teach. There was a book, a proper set of books that we were given by the government so that we can teach. This was a kind of a assignment. That's how I know why I started having a compassion for underprivileged kids. And I don't go to NGOs, so I call them home. So we can start by teaching the kids of our domestic health, or even the domestic health that is of a younger age. We can start by doing that. Those people who are not teachers, they'll feel really good. I feel every home, if they can start by inculcating that in our kids especially. So that's thank you so much.
Priyanka ji, you go next.
uh, we were talking about thinking, so yeah, stay positive and uh, अच्छा सोचें और सोसाइटी को भी we need to give some contribution to society as well. It depends whether you want to help with money or you want to educate them, you want to uh, uh, make them strong on their own. But what I believe is there are three things which are more powerful than giving money to someone is उसको ये बिलीव करवाना कि तुम खुद बहुत कुछ हो। ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। अगर आपने सामने वाले को ये पावर सिखा दिया सोचने का कि आप खुद भी वो कर सकते हो जो मैं कर रही हूँ, उसको वो सोच देना, वो सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। या फिर किसी को इंफॉर्मेशन देना या राइट नॉलेज देना कि आप अपने पैरों पर ऐसे ऐसे खड़े हो सकते हो। जनरली मैंने बहुत स्कूल्स या एनजीओज में भी देखा है, या तो वो बच्चे को ना अपने ऊपर बहुत डिपेंड कर देते हैं। They just give in, the knowledge which is like very bookish, but we need to teach them very practical knowledge that how they can stand on their own thinking. That is more important. पढ़े लिखे ना भी हो लेकिन आप दुनिया में अपने आप को कैसे खड़ा कर सकते हो, हमको वो सोच देना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। हमें वो सिखाना चाहिए सबको, ताकि वो किसी और पे डिपेंड ना हो, फिर वो धोखा ना खाएं, अपना लाइफ वो अपने विल पावर पे एंड अपनी सोच पे जिए। सो दैट इज व्हाट इज थिंकिंग ऑल अबाउट।
I completely agree with your take. I completely agree with your take, Priyanka ji. Shalini ji, please go ahead. Please go ahead with your round of closing comments.
Yeah, so thinking needs to be built up over the period of time. If you want to build a strong nation, it is very important. If you want to build a positive attitude around the people where you live, and if you want to hear that everybody is happy and everybody is good and everybody is doing well, then it is very important that first you have you yourself has a good thinking. And as I said, good thinking is, it always depends on your parvarish and on the society, in the society among which you live, and also depending upon the uh, all the information that you are gaining through all the mediums. So that information nowadays is the world, has become the world of information. So all the information that you gaining, first you have to uh, sieve it. First you have to filter it, that what you are putting in your mind, whether that is the right information, whether it is a positive information, what good you can make out from that information. So and for that also you need some kind of a mentor, some kind of good people who are around. So our guru, I'll go back to the gurukul system. So जो पहले हमारा सिस्टम होता था, जैसे अभी इन्होंने बोला बुकिश, सो पहले जो हमारा सिस्टम होता था वो थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकल होता था। इट यूज टू लेड अस थिंकिंग, वो हमें सोचने के लिए कुछ कहता था। नाउ अडेज द थिंकिंग पार्ट हैज लॉस्ट। नाउ अडेज वी हैव टू अटेंड अ webinar or a creative session to अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग, टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अच्छा ये एक कॉन्सेप्ट है थिंकिंग का, तो ये आज एक कॉन्सेप्ट बन गया है। पहले जो एक चीज नेचुरली होती थी हमारे अंदर, जो आज की डेट में एक पैशन हो गई। अगर स्कूल भी सपोज देर आर सम स्कूल्स विच आर लेटिंग यू थिंक, तो वो एक स्कूल्स हो गए हैं जो बहुत ही हाईली पेड और बहुत ही सो कॉल्ड ब्रांडेड स्कूल्स में आते हैं। इट्स नॉट समथिंग विच इज नॉर्मल, विच इज नेचुरल। दे आर आर्टिफिशियली क्रिएटिंग दैट एनवायरमेंट इनटू कि हम ये थिंकिंग क्लास देते हैं। एक हम एक पीरियड है हमारा जो थिंकिंग पीरियड है, जहाँ पे बच्चे को आउट ऑफ बॉक्स थिंकिंग करनी है, जहाँ पे बच्चे को कुछ अपने मर्जी से इनोवेटिव सोचना है। सो दिस इज actually good, but it is at the same time it is sad also that we have come to a level जो हमारा normal, जो हमारी education थी वो actually वही थी। हम आज इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम को बहुत खराब बोलते हैं, बट क्या ये एक्चुअली खराब था? बट ये तो अच्छा था ना, ये तो प्रैक्टिकली ओरिजिनली बहुत अच्छा था। इट वाज अ गुरुकुल सिस्टम वेयर वी वर टॉट प्रैक्टिकल थिंग्स, हमें सब कुछ सिखाया जाता था। बट ड्यू टू द एवोल्यूशन इट हैज चेंज्ड। नाउ वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट बैक टू दैट सेम सिस्टम जहां हमें सब कुछ सिखाया जाए एंड विच बिल्ड्स आवर थिंकिंग। हमको लगे कि हाँ हम सोच सकते हैं। सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जैसे उन्होंने कहा, आई अग्री टू दैट, कि हमें सोचना खुद सिखाया जाए। रादर देन फीडिंग इनटू आवर माइंड, इट शुड बी लाइक trying to make us think, जैसे हम आज की डेट में मेक इन इंडिया बनना चाहते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो द रीजन, क्योंकि हमारी थिंकिंग पार्ट खत्म हो गया। हम वो जो बुकिश लैंग्वेजेस हैं वो पढ़ के वी आर एबल टू मेक द बेस्ट सॉफ्टवेयर, बट वी आर नॉट थिंकिंग कि हम कुछ नया क्या इनोवेटिव बना सकते हैं। हम वो सॉफ्टवेयर कॉपी करना चाहेंगे जो पहले किसी ने ऑलरेडी ने बना लिया है। सो एंड वहां भी हमारे इंडियंस ही हैं जो बना रहे हैं। सो यस, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक टुडे कि हम लोग पहले कैसे अपना जो हर एक का इंडिविजुअल थिंकिंग है वो कैसे मेंटेन रहे, वो कैसे बना रहे और वो पॉजिटिव रहे। सो वो सोचना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड इट शुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम होम as well as from the then onus comes to the society to पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ा टास्क है। सो कि आपका बच्चा जो आप बिल्ड कर रहे हैं वो किस तरीके का बिल्ड रहे। कोई पेरेंट ये नहीं चाहता है कि आपका बच्चा, उनका बच्चा क्रिमिनल बन जाए, कोई नहीं चाहता है कि वो गुंडा डॉन जाके बुली करे, ये करे, बट एट द सेम टाइम दे ट्राई, दे जस्ट ऐसे ऐसे चीजें बच्चों को सिखा देते हैं। अच्छा टीचर ने तुझसे बोला झूठ बोल देना, चल टीचर को बता देना कि तूने नहीं किया ये काम, चोरी नहीं की है, चीटिंग नहीं की है, वो ये सिखा देते हैं। वो ये नहीं सिखा देते कि नहीं, इवन इफ यू हैव डन समथिंग रॉन्ग यू शुड गो एंड आस्क सॉरी टू द टीचर एंड you should confide it to the teacher. If something is wrong happened, you should go and say to that your friend that you are sorry about it. So वो चीजें जो हम लोग सब नहीं करते होंगे, बट वो चीजें जो होती हैं धीरे धीरे जो पेरेंट्स करते हैं, या फिर लुकिंग इनटू व्हाट देयर चाइल्ड इज एक्चुअली डूइंग, कि वो बच्चा कहाँ क्या गलत कर रहा है। स्कूल से कंप्लेंट आई, फ्रेंड से कंप्लेंट आई, बस ड्राइवर से कंप्लेंट आई, सोसाइटी में कंप्लेंट आई। सो हाउ यू कैन, you have to protect your child, definitely you cannot let anybody scold your child, but what is the thing actually going wrong? Is it your child which is going wrong, and is it the problem which is created by others child? So you have to, उसके लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है कि आपको आपके बच्चे के साथ वो टाइम देना पड़ेगा, वो कनेक्शन देना पड़ेगा, वो सिचुएशन बनानी पड़ेगी। सो थिंकिंग कम्स फ्रॉम देयर। एंड अगर आज जो हमसे गलतियां हो भी गई हैं, क्योंकि 15-20 सालों में हम ये थोड़े वेस्टर्न कल्चर की तरफ जा रहे थे, एंड वो सब चीजें हो रही थी, तो हम अभी भी टाइम है, हम उनको चेंज कर सकते हैं। एंड वी शुड स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट द पॉइंट प्लेसेस वहां जहां हम उनको ठीक कर सकते हैं। इट्स, we should start working towards them, every parent. And really motivating, Priyanka, you are really doing good work. Keep sharing what you are
थैंक यू
doing,
मैम, थैंक यू
keep
सो
sharing.
मच, थैंक यू। हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
Yeah. Thank you,
डेफिनेटली,
Dhruvji.
थैंक यू।
Thank you, Dhruvji.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Rain Man, the dual identity. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I was just listening. A lot of excellent points covered by Priyanka ji, Shalini ji, Gunjan ji, and I was just jotting down my notes so that my thoughts won't be scattered. Again, moment of vanity for me here. I've been accused of being very cryptic, so I'm just trying to write it down to keep it simple. So, what I'd like to say is, as a child, let's go down to the child level. You have primary influencers in the form of family, parents, and family, and secondary influencers are friends. And there, from the primary and secondary, is where we draw in our role models and influencers. Let me deviate a little bit from this. So this is more of a Western thing where we have single parents, where you have like multiple kids and you have a one parent. Most cases, it's a mother, single mother, trying to work two jobs, three jobs just to put food on the table. So who is there to police the kids, make sure, not police the kids, make sure they are on the right path? Because one parent is just struggling. They have no time to teach anything. So the kids, in the absence of moral guide, can definitely go wayward. So, which is where the importance of a role model or a mentor cannot be underplayed. I believe, I think Shalini had touched upon the role of a mentor. So, the role model or mentor is something that we consciously or subconsciously pick, and they are the ones that play a big role in influencing like the development of character. So in some cases it's a family member, in some cases it's friends, but depending on the right or the other way role model, that's what influences thought and development. So outside the primary circle of influence is the secondary circle of influence, and there have been some unfortunate cases of the wrong things getting picked up. But it's again, as they say, you cannot choose your parents and your family, but you can definitely choose your friends, influencers, role models. So I will probably leave it at that.
Well. Beautifully, yeah. I see. To certain points, I do agree with your stand as well. It becomes very important that person becomes self-sufficient and understands the situation. But yeah, it is sometimes unfortunate that kids have to spend that time alone without anyone's support or without. At that time, I don't know who was it to blame. Is it the society to blame or whatever it is? This is going to be another topic on my show. With all due respects to you, Rainman, wherein I definitely believe that you your inputs will add value to it. And I see Vinita ji in the chat saying that life is a big challenge everywhere. I completely agree to you as well, ma'am, because life indeed is a challenge. But life is that teacher who teaches you the toughest of the toughest lesson in the toughest of the toughest ways. It was another mind blowing session today. And yeah, with all due respects to all the panelists on the show, I would like to call it curtains on the show today. And as my regular practice, before I wind off my show, the social message, which is the need of the hour, the social message, which has been a very big necessity for each and every one of us to follow. COVID-19 is not a joke. COVID-19 is very, very serious, and the only way to take care of yourself and to stay safe is by following the protocols and staying at home absolutely until and unless it is necessary for you to go out. Here we go. My closing video will play in the next 10 seconds. Anyone wants to put in a quick word is welcome. We wind off the show exactly at 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay, we have 2 minutes left on the show. Priyanka ji, any last inputs? Any final words? Because I see Vinita ji
No,
is.
you are doing a great job, Dhruva, and that's it. Stay positive, do good. That's it. I'm so happy and satisfied today कि मैं आज थोड़ी ज़्यादा excited हूँ. So that's it.
I'm also
And
so happy for you, dear. See, the effort that you've been putting, which was not recognized, and you do it not for recognition, you just do it for the sake of it. That will actually keep you happy. That will actually keep you blessed. That will actually keep you satisfied. On that note, with all due respects to everyone, thank you for tuning in. I do apologize for being half an hour late, but it was not willfully done. It was just because of the stress and the too hectic work overload that has been on me in the last couple of days. Thank you so much, everyone. And as promised, this Saturday or this Sunday, I'll have to have a quick word on Deepti ji offline about this. The show which happened on the elite crimes, the repeat or the rewind session wherein you would be allowed to ask your questions to Deepti ji will be done. So let's all get our questions ready for the lady and let's bring it on. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking to all of you. Jai Hind,
Thank
Jai
you, Dhruv.
Bharat, long live humanity. Thank you, Rainman. Thank you, Gunjanji. Thank you,
thank
Priyanka
you.
ji. Let's
Thank
all
you.
be positive. Let's all continue doing the good work. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.